Okay, so 3 things that they should do is to be authentic as much as possible, because that's what really sets them apart. 2, to be really committed to the cause, to be able to come to the US to tour in the United States. And 3, to build a team. Building a team is a big part of being able to have longevity and have a longer career in the United States. Things that I feel they shouldn't do is A, don't assume anything. Just because you have a name in Europe or somewhere else doesn't mean that presenters and audience in the US will know you. So don't assume, and try to give to them whatever you think is your best shot. Don't wait until the last minute, because setting up tours in the United States takes a long time. And I would also say don't give up. Stay committed, and it will take a long time, but it will happen. You just need to be patient. The hardest thing to me is really not knowing the culture and not knowing what it takes to come to the United States. United States is a huge country. It's made up of many different territories, different cultures, different climates, different time zones. So I think they should, again, just stay committed and make sure that this is a step-by-step process. I work primarily in the United States, so it's a little difficult to tell exactly what's happening on the western side of Europe, or let's say continental Europe. But one of the things that's different is that in Europe you have different countries, again, whose culture and language is completely different. In the United States, you have different states that are part of a larger federal government. So there's the political thing, there's the geographic thing that are completely different. The other thing that's different is also, there's a big ocean in between. So the culture in the United States is very different and very unique to that country alone. And a lot of people, especially from Europe, may or may not be familiar with that culture. So it takes a while for them to really understand and learn that, so that they can really communicate with the audiences based on what they seem feel authentic, or what they would like to hear, as opposed to the same in Europe. So I think the cultural difference is really the biggest one, but that's a very big issue, because obviously when you are booked into a certain country, you need to be able to communicate with people, otherwise you won't be able to do the same tour again. So as I always say, the first tour is the introduction to the second tour, which is the introduction to the third tour. So to have that kind of understanding will lead you to have a longer career in the United States for touring purposes.